Good night, Professor. We're going to present about Amazon. First of all, we have the introduction. That is, now successfully companies was born being a giant, and this is also the case of Amazon, who in 1994 began its first text with the Mexican Jeff Bezos, so who is the CEO, and today, as announced by the same company, their profits reached one 600 million in the first quarter of 2018 alone, with a global revenue of 51 million. But now, did everything begin? This is the history of the company that started as an online bookstore and now offers cloud computing, televisions, and online music service, and of clothing for women, men, babies, children, and even food. In the background, we have Jeffrey Bezos was born on January 12th, 1964 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He studied electrical engineering and computer science at Princeton University. In the space of a garage in Seattle in 1994, Jeff Bezos decided to write Cadabra, but because the name had some similarity with cadaver, Jeff decided to use another more successful one that encompasses all his ideas. In this way, it is the CEO chooses the name with dictionary in hand starting with the letter A to ensure it always ranking among the top positions in the alphabetical list, and the red shoes inspired the river more world legacy in the Amazon because his ambitious goal was to turn Amazon.com into the most gigantic online book store in the world. Jeff started Amazon thanks to a previous research on the world of books in business, the 300,000 that his stepfather and his mother worked with for their savings, for retirement, and perhaps the experience gained in the years working as a financial analyst in the global investment and technological development firm with the layer globally, the shaft of a Wall Street company. According to the statements by Bezos in some interviews where he was asked the question at the time, he has the question of what to sell throughout the internet. The only clear thing he had in principle was that the business was on the network, due to a search he made on a website where he found that by the early 90s the internet was growing at a pace of Hercules, 2,300% annually. But if to choose the correct name, the task of doing structural analysis was given to select the star product could not be less. It was for the reason that in the words of Bezos, he made a list of new products generated of the lowest cost, but at the same time he has a universal demand, and books fulfill both requirements for that time. Who did not read about novels, history, art, music, and anything in those years? All the world, therefore, the perfect business was books. At that time, Jeff Bezos was in the search of his idea. The annual book convention was precisely in Los Angeles. We have, without thinking in it twice, he traveled to the city, and in just one weekend he learned about how the business book of books works, the power of industry, and everything related to it. His desire to monetize his idea increased, and this is how he decides 2 days later to resign his modest position in Wall Street to go venture for a unstable salary and no market uncertainties, but with the conviction of taking a risk of something for his own. The beginning of Amazon with a structured business and a well-defined name. Amazon officially opened the door in July 16 of 1995, just the year after idea arose of a long year of hard work of the part of his creator along with help and worker to make the web page ready. Perhaps The firm conviction step with Bezos started helping him the footprint and beginning or maybe certain change life from that with just 2 months of being founded, Amazon broke boundaries and reached 45 countries in the world and all 50 states of the United States with sales and 20,000 20,000 per week. At the end, Amazon over the years established independent websites in countries like the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, Germany, Austria, France, China, Italy, Spain, Japan, the Netherlands, Brazil, India, and Mexico. The variety of products varies in each country.
Good evening. I'm going to continue the presentation about Amazon with my classmate Carlos Villavicencio. I'm going to present about Amazon nowadays. So Jeff Bezos knew that the key to Amazon's success depended on the agility of breadth and expansion of its market. Due to this, after the opening of its marketplace, new changes arose. In 2002, what for any other leader could become a headache, for Bezos became a new business opportunity. The storage of large amounts of data, the protection and security of information, and the responsibility for optimal performance led the company to form Amazon Web Services, the largest cloud computing provider, currently with $5.49 billion by revenue of its first quarter of 2018, which represents only 10% of the total profits of the company. Not content with all this success and focused on the premise that his company focused on the customer, in 2005, they launched its Amazon Prime subscription program, which consists of sending products purchased from your online store in a timely manner, a maximum of 48 hours for free. However, at present, this subscription service also includes television with a wide range of music, films, and football exclusive to the platform. In addition to all these business forces, as if it were to make Amazon omnipresent, enter to compete in the world of fashion with more than 70 brands that they own, and they produce clothes for children, babies, men, women, ranging from different sizes to larger sizes. Its founder, like a man of challenges, made the decision to open the field of action of his company. It began offering web services to online stores around the world, greatly facilitating and improving its success. One of the benefits is that stores must deal with corporate part. Currently, this type of services are enjoyed by some companies and companies such as Target Corporation, Marks & Spencer, NBA, Sears Canada, Timex, and Bombay Company. The AOL online sales service also supports. For a decade, this virtual company prospered so much that in 2007, Bezos shook the world with the creation and launch of Amazon Alter Ego. It's about Amazon Kindle, a device especially designed for the visualization of electronic books. Amazon Kindle was launched for the first time in North America and is currently available in 45 countries. Gradually, its service has been modified. For example, the user has the possibility of storing electronic books. In the technical sense, the screen, the processor, the internal memory have been subject to improvements for the same price, and this is more attractive to the buyers. Really, the success of this company has been thinking of people as customers and not as consumers, always thinking about quality, what customers really want. The long-term vision at the beginning did not create great confidence, but today it is key to success. Amazon has evolved the world of e-commerce, the possibility for customers to evaluate products, wish lists, the ease of purchase in one click, and the flexibility of returns. Jeff Bezos was named by Time magazine in 1999 Character of the Year, dubbed the King of Cyber E-commerce. In 2017, he is considered the 15th richest man in the world, with a fortune valued at $500 million. Much of this is because Bezos started in the field of journalism, looking beyond its commercial horizons, beyond the web. Bezos entered the world of media, acquiring the traditional newspaper, the Washington Post, for the sum of $250,000. Bezos says that people have asked him for 20 years if he's going to open a physical store. The answer has been systematically no. I have answered in the same way all the time, that it is that we will do it if we have a differentiated idea, says Bezos. And yet, suddenly today, Amazon has 4 concepts under development. Almost all of Amazon's most recent innovations have connection to Prime, which by some estimates accounts for 60% of the total dollar value of all merchandise sold on the site. Between 40 million and 50 million people in the United States use Prime, and according to Morgan Stanley, those customers spend around $2,500 on Amazon annually, more than 4 times what a non-member would normally spend. So what makes Amazon a giant for online commerce? The evolution capacity of the company is one of the causes that have led this company to be the main source of many consumers. With millions of patents, Amazon expands the services offered each year, improving the user experience and being an attraction for the retailer. In fact, some of the steps that the company will follow in the future, and which is already trying to implement, is the purchase of fresh products online. The agreement that Amazon establishes with stores and even entire markets have caused the main chains of food sales and distribution to be in need of improving their processes. The large warehouse that their employees work daily follow a distributive process based on efficiency and constant improvement. In fact, the storage system do not follow the usual patterns, but the elements are arranged by random areas and the orders reach the workers closest to those areas. In words of the founder and CEO of Amazon, another key to success lies in that, unlike Apple, Google, and Microsoft, the company does not look at a defined ecosystem, but varies accordingly to real needs of the consumer and in an agile distribution system. An example of this is that the great impact generated by each of the movements that this giant makes commercially, as the purchase of Twitch, the network of video games and streaming that Amazon acquired in 2014. On the other hand, the company invested millions in new companies to create voice control applications for the intelligent assistant Alexa and thus offer thousands of new skills. Also, the company opened 2,000 new centers and became the largest online store in India and made its first delivery through an unmanned aircraft in the United Kingdom. To really understand how Bezos is improving his capacity to expand business, it is necessary to look beyond the sales figures. $100 million in 2015, and the stock price up more than 300% in the last 5 years, and consider 3 initiatives that drive Amazon today. However, this great success story is a lesson in life and inspiration for all, and teaches us once again that Bezos states, at the end of our lives, we are the result of the choices that we have made along the way. Thank you.